A GPS fence is only as good as its weakest blind spot, and whenever you are comparing the Halo Collar 5 and the SpotOn Nova, things like dense woods and buildings and sudden signal drops can really change how each one of these collars performs in the real world. So in this video, I am going to break down how both of these systems work across different terrains so you can stop stressing and worrying and feel a little more confident that your pup is actually secure. The Halo Collar 5 feels more like an all-in-one smart dog collar. Now, it combines GPS dog fences, real-time tracking, training feedback, activity insights, Halo Health, family access, and multi-dog management, all in a single system. Now, in the Halo app, you can create fences by entering your address, zooming in on the map, or just placing those fence posts manually. Now, Halo says fences can range from 900 square feet to 1,200 square miles. And you can create multiple fence locations. You can edit them, pause them, enable or disable them, and you can even switch between saved fences when needed. Now, the SpotOn Nova, on the other hand, is a lot more containment first. You can draw fences in the SpotOn app, or you can walk the perimeter if you want for more precision. And it also supports overlapping fences and fences within fence layouts and keep out zones around places like pools or gardens, driveways, or other unsafe areas for your dogs. SpotOn recommends properties that are around 1/3 of an acre or larger, with a fence at least 80 feet wide at its narrowest point, and it recommends leaving about a 15-foot buffer zone from unsafe areas like roads. It also offers free property evaluation before you make the purchase. Now let's talk about the GPS accuracy, because this is generally where a wireless dog fence either earns your trust or loses it. Now, the Halo Collar 5 uses Precision Plus GPS, and according to Halo, it is powered by Swift Navigation's Skylark Precise Positioning Service, and it uses global ground reference stations to send real-time GPS corrections to the collar. Halo says this system combines dual frequency GPS, L1 and L5 satellite bands, drift prevention, atmospheric error modeling, and AI obstacle filtering, and that it can also help locate your dog within about 2 feet or 0.6 meters outdoors. Now, on top of that, Halo highlights the 20 location updates per second thing, which really helps the collar respond quickly whenever your dog is moving near that boundary. And it also includes always on tracking, instant alerts if your dog crosses a boundary, and it has guidance cues like come back and go home. But here's the important cost detail. Halo requires a pack membership plan for GPS services, the cell data and tracking, and the wireless fences. SpotOn Nova uses True Location GPS, connects to 151 satellite network, and SpotOn says Nova uses advanced GPS hardware, including an active dual band, dual feed antenna, and a dual band receiver. Now, according to SpotOn, the Nova can deliver accuracy under 5 feet, and it's designed to reduce GPS drift in very challenging places like woods and remote areas, and maybe even properties with metal structures. Now, SpotOn does not require a subscription for basic GPS containment, which is really one of its biggest advantages. But if you want connected features like the live tracking, the escape notifications, battery alerts, and manual feedback, the activity maps, activity tracking, or custom voice commands, those do require an optional tracking subscription. So Halo gives you tracking as part of its required membership system. SpotOn, on the other hand, gives you basic containment without a required subscription, and it makes the advanced connected features optional. A GPS dog fence is not really about drawing a line on a map. Your dog does have to understand what that line means. Now, the Halo Collar 5 uses sound cues, vibration feedback, optional static feedback, and voice-based guidance. Now, Halo separates feedback into prevention feedback and encouragement feedback. And the prevention feedback is what helps warn the dog before reaching the boundary, and the encouragement cues like good dog and go home and come back will help guide your dog back towards safety. Halo also connects its training system to Cesar Millan's methods inside the app. Now, SpotOn Nova also requires training, and as the dog approaches the boundary, SpotOn will give them a warning tone about 10 feet inside the fence with optional static correction at the boundary. SpotOn says many owners train for about 15 minutes a day in general, and many dogs learn this system within a couple of weeks. Now, SpotOn also offers manual feedback through the app. However, that feature does require a tracking plan, and it works best when you have very reliable cell coverage. Now let's talk about the daily use, and the reason because these collars have to handle real dogs in real weather and real outdoor routines. Now, the Halo Collar 5 offers up to 48 hours of battery life and charges in about an hour. It has an IP67 waterproof rating. It has dedicated Wi-Fi and Bluetooth chips, and its support for major cellular networks like AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile, and some of the other compatible carriers out there. Halo is designed for dogs that are 5 months and older-ish, weighing 10 pounds and up, with neck sizes from about 8 to 30.5 inches. It gives it a wide fit range pretty much, and it's especially good for some smaller dogs. Halo Health Activity Insights, so depending on the app and plan, owners can review details like walks, active time, resting time, distance walk, drive activity, along with activity charts that really show your dog's routine over time. SpotOn Nova offers 33 plus hours of battery life when used with a tracking subscription, and it also has an extended battery option available. It's also IP67 waterproof, and it's designed for year-round use in rain or snow, swimming. SpotOn lists its operating range from about negative 30 degrees Fahrenheit to 120 degrees Fahrenheit. Fits most dogs. Each dog does need their own collar. SpotOn also offers activity-related features, and this is through its optional tracking plan, and it includes things like activity tracking, activity maps, tracking alerts, manual feedback, custom voice commands, things of that nature. Halo feels stronger as an everyday smart collar with its wellness insights, while the SpotOn feels stronger as a more rugged containment first system for larger outdoor spaces. And we're here in my backyard, and this is kind of a halfway mix of open sky and tree line. You don't have to go far for the SpotOn here. I've got it set up pretty close before it starts going off like it's supposed to. If you notice, the SpotOn, the collar itself, is very accurate. It goes off exactly when it's supposed to. But if you notice the logo, the little AR up there, which stands for Aries, it kind of takes a second or two to kind of pop into place, and that's typical on the tracking side with the SpotOn. But the collar itself is fairly accurate when hitting that inner border. You do the same thing with the Halo, and you can see how the screen, the graphics are a bit different here. You've got more of a wide border line here than you do with the SpotOn, and it's just one single color. It goes off like it's supposed to, and again, just like with the SpotOn, I walk it back and then turn around and do it again, just testing for that little extra level of consistency here. I want to see it hit in the same spot or relatively close, because remember, Halo says within 2 feet. As you can see here, both times it hit exactly when it was supposed to. And kick things off with the SpotOn here. As you can see on the display there, this is very, very heavily wooded area. One thing I want to explain about the SpotOn as I'm walking towards the borderline here before it goes off is you can only see the little logo moving on a screen like this when you're using tracking. As you can see, it went off when it was supposed to, but that icon there takes a little bit longer to move, and it leaves behind these little red and white breadcrumbs on the ground so you can track your dog better. But you only get to see this mode if you have tracking. Now, the collar still functions as it's supposed to, going off whenever the dog approaches the border if you don't have tracking, but you just won't be able to see that little logo as you do it. Went ahead and tested it twice here just to kind of double check for consistency. It does send you a nice little note there on the screen to let you know that your dog has passed outside of the border, and then when you come back, it will also give you a little note letting you know your dog has returned, which is a really cool little extra feature. And with the Halo here, the Halo is going off exactly when it's supposed to in the app, but as you can hear with the collar, it's a little bit slow to get the beeping sound on that. And we're up underneath a pretty heavy tree canopy here, so I don't expect these collars to work 110% accurately. And that's just because, like I said, up under these woods here, you do expect a little bit of, Halo advertises the 2 foot distance. You expect that to drop off a little bit under conditions like these. But as usual with a SpotOn and with a Halo, I like to do it twice to check for the overall consistency of the collar. So we'll turn things around and walk it back to check it for a second time. And you will notice on this one, the Halo collar sound, the beeping for the collar and warning goes off exactly when it's supposed to. So that's a little bit better, especially up underneath a heavy tree canopy. Now let's talk about the prices, and remember, these are premium devices. So the Halo Collar 5 is currently listed at $524, down from $599. With the pet-sided special link, owners can get an extra $25 off, bringing the collar price down to around $499 before membership costs. But remember, Halo does require that pack membership plan starting at $9.99 a month for GPS services, tracking, sale data, and wireless fences. Halo also offers a 1-year warranty, a 90-day satisfaction guarantee, delivery in about 2 to 4 business days, and they have savings when buying 2 collars. The SpotOn Nova is priced at $999, so it is clearly the much more expensive upfront option. With the pet-sided code EXCITED, owners can save at least $75 at checkout. SpotOn also offers free shipping, a 1-year warranty, 90-day returns, financing options, and multi-collar savings. So Halo is easier to enter up front, but it comes with a required monthly plan. SpotOn has a higher upfront price, but basic GPS containment will work without a required monthly subscription. And you only need a subscription if you really want those advanced features like live tracking, escape alerts, activity maps, and other connected tools. Now let's put the pros and cons in a single place. The biggest pros of the Halo Collar 5 are its all-in-one design, precision plus GPS, the accuracy, real-time tracking, fast location updates, portable fence creation, which is really nice, guided training cues, Halo Health, fast charging, longer battery life, and smaller dog compatibility. And the main downside is that required monthly membership. So the upfront price is lower, but the long-term cost definitely matters. Biggest pros of the SpotOn Nova are its containment-first design. It's got good accuracy, advanced GPS hardware, 151 satellite network, custom fence layouts, overlapping fences, keep-out zones, the off-grid mode's nice, and no required subscription for basic containment. Now the main downside is that higher upfront price. And if you want live tracking and the manual feedback options, activity maps, escape alerts, battery alerts, or custom voice commands, those will require an optional tracking plan. So Halo gives you more smart collar features in a single system, while SpotOn gives you deeper fence control and a subscription-free basic containment if that's what you choose to go with. So which one of these collars should you choose? You choose the Halo Collar 5 if you want a 4-in-1 smart collar with GPS fencing, tracking, the training, and health insights at a lower upfront cost. Choose the SpotOn Nova if you prefer the premium GPS containment for large or complex properties with that advanced fence control and, of course, no required subscription for the basic containment stuff. At the end of the day, choosing between the Halo Collar 5 and the SpotOn Nova is not really about finding the perfect collar for every dog. It's more about matching the system to your land and your budget and, of course, your dog's lifestyle. Now, if you want to try the SpotOn Nova, be sure to click our link below and use code EXCITED at checkout to claim your $75 discount. Or if the smart all-in-one ecosystem fits your lifestyle a lot better, be sure to use our exclusive pet-sided link to get your extra $25 off the Halo Collar 5. We appreciate everybody hanging out with us at Pet-Sided, and be sure you drop a comment below and tell us which one of these products, the product comparisons you want to see next, and I'll be sure to cover that one in an upcoming video.